I'm obsessed with the systems that make discipline irrelevant, that make us jump out of bed in the morning hungry to chase our goals. So, this is episode one in a series where I'm going to be exploring the different systems that allow us to do that. The first one is push versus pull motivation. Now, I've talked about this before. Push motivation is the type of motivation that comes from fear, it's driven by pressure, and it requires a lot of discipline. Whereas pull motivation is driven intrinsically by things like purpose, passion, general curiosity, and excitement for what you're working towards. The difference between these two is essentially the difference between I have to do this and I am so excited to do this. And the reason this matters is because when we get to a place of pull motivation, we do not feel like we are fighting ourselves to show up for the very basic tasks we need to in order to accomplish our goals. When we're working from a place of pull motivation, our drive is coming from places like our curiosity, mastery, our self expression. It's when we're more obsessed with playing the game than we are with winning it, or being the person than we are with being perceived as them. The reason this matters is pull motivation is consistently linked with better long-term performance, persistence, and happiness. This doesn't mean that discipline doesn't play a role in achieving any of your goals, but it does mean that actually having a sense of intrinsic motivation towards what you're working towards is absolutely vital when you're working towards something that feels slightly unrealistic to you. When you're obsessed with what you're doing, fulfilled by doing it, and satisfied with how that leaves you feeling, you are much more likely to keep showing up and overcoming bigger obstacles that will inevitably happen when you're working towards something truly incredible. So don't throw discipline out the window and definitely use it for more short-term tasks or boring work that you're just going to have to do. But definitely make sure that if you're working towards something really big in your life, you put the effort in to get into that state of pull motivation. So that's where most of your energy is coming from. In part two, we're going to be studying flow state. So if this was helpful for you, please let me know. If you have questions, leave them in the comments and follow along for more.